Step into a world of romance and mystery with Tamora Rose. Today we're reading chapter 25 of Child of the Wind. The sun was just creeping above the horizon when Jett cracked one eye open. He was sprawled on his back, one arm flung above his head, the other wrapped securely around his petite bride. Her head rested against his chest, auburn curls spilling over them both as she slept peacefully in his arms. For a long moment, he simply watched her. Marriage suited her, he thought, or perhaps it suited him. A faint smile touched his lips as he brushed his fingers lightly down her back. Canace stirred against him with a sleepy little sound that made something warm settle in his chest. When her eyes finally fluttered open, she blinked up at him in confusion before a blush slowly crept across her cheeks. "Good morning, lovely," he murmured. Her lips curved shyly. "Good morning." Jett kissed her softly, lingering just long enough to make her melt against him. The kiss deepened gradually, unhurried and affectionate, until she laughed quietly beneath his mouth and hid her face against his shoulder. "That was unfair," she whispered. He chuckled softly. "I don't recall you complaining." Canace only blushed harder, and Jett drew her closer, holding her against him as the morning light spilled across the bed around them. The quiet tenderness between them soon gave way to warmer affections, and before long the outside world ceased to matter altogether. Several minutes later, Canace lay sprawled against the pillows trying to catch her breath, while Jett pressed an amused kiss to her shoulder. "Are you all right?" he asked gently. She glanced up at him, eyes still bright with lingering passion, and nodded. "That was unexpected." Jett frowned slightly. "In a bad way?" Her expression softened immediately. "No." As she shifted beneath the blankets, her gaze fell to the crimson stains on the sheets. Her blush deepened instantly. Jett followed her gaze and laughed quietly. "Those sheets will be the talk of the manor," he teased. "What do you mean?" she asked in horror. "The entire estate is convinced I seduced you at Barsland." Canace groaned softly and covered her face with both hands. "That is mortifying." He only grinned. "We should burn them," she decided firmly. Jett leaned down to kiss her bare shoulder. "If that's what you want, consider it done." Still embarrassed, she instinctively reached for the sheet to cover herself, but Jett caught her hand gently before she could. "Don't hide from me," he said softly. She looked at him in surprise. "You're beautiful, Canace, and when we're alone, I want you to know that." The sincerity in his voice stole her breath far more effectively than teasing ever could. Her shyness remained, but it no longer carried the same fear it once had. Slowly, she nodded. Satisfied, Jett rose from the bed and held out a hand toward her. "Come," he said with a crooked smile. "Let's bathe." Remembering their last bath together at Barsland, Canace laughed softly and accepted his hand. When he guided her into the bathing chamber, she hesitated briefly, worried servants might still be nearby. But the room was empty save for the large steaming tub waiting for them. Jett climbed into the water first and leaned back against the tub. "Come here, lovely." Canace slipped into the bath with him, settling comfortably against his chest as warm water curled around them both. What began as teasing quickly turned into laughter, kisses, and lingering touches that left her cheeks flushed and her heart racing. By the time she finally rested against him afterward, comfortably wrapped in his arms, Canace found herself smiling. Perhaps married life would not be so frightening after all. That's it for today. If you enjoyed this chapter, stay tuned for more tales of romance. Until we meet again, may your days be filled with passion and just a touch of magic.